1, 2, 1. All right, let's go. So today I thought we would go back to 1992, a year that I had in my top 10 when I was trying to rank the years of Phish, which I found to be a nearly impossible task. However, 1992 in the top 10, and this was part of the reason it fell. Many shows that year, they spent the time opening for Santana. This was one of the nights here, July 25th in Stowe, Vermont, I believe, as I mentioned already. Santana and Carl Perazzo, as well as Raul Recco, I believe it is pronounced, joined them. Two percussionists, along with Carlos Santana. And Runaway Jim, Foam, Sparkle, Stash, Rift. That was just the Phish all alone. And the Stash and Rift certainly highlighted that. Look, if you wanted to skip the Sparkle, you could listen to the entire set in a little under an hour. The Runaway Jim and the Foam were both very good, and then the Stash and Rift even better than that. It's like they were really feeling it. I think they knew Carlos and the guys were coming out to join them, and they had a little extra pep in their step, as they say. So then You Enjoy Myself is when the guys come out and join the band, and mostly they're playing the song, and slowly they start to join in. Then we get to a point where Trey and Carlos certainly didn't get involved in the trampolines. So we get to that point in the song where there's going to be a jam, and Carlos and Trey are going back and forth. They're going together. The percussionist the entire time. We even get a bit of a percussion solo. They spare Carlos and the guys the vocal jam, thankfully. So they wrap up You Enjoy Myself pretty quickly after a nice solid jam session there, though. Felt nice. And then get into a Llama. And then Carlos, Trey, Page, and the percussionist all pretty much dominating this one. Poor Mike getting lost in the shuffle during all of this. Oh, but not for long, because then they bust out. Yeah, somehow in 1992, Funky Bitch was a bust out, and that was the song that ended the set. Again, the two percussionists and Carlos still on stage, but Llama and You Enjoy Myself were certainly the highlights. And then Rift and Stash as well, and Foam. And Runaway Jim, really for just a 1 hour, one set opening up for Santana. This one here in Stowe, Vermont had to be one of the best of that run. And yeah, I think there was times when maybe one time the guys in Phish, man, maybe more than one. I say maybe one time the guys in Phish joined Santana's band, but I believe that happened more than once. I do not, however, know how many times Santana and his guys joined Phish. I know Spud hit at least one show on this run of shows, as well as others that are fans here on the channel. So if you know, was this the only time Carlos and Carl and Raul joined Phish on stage? All right, guys, boom, thank you, and we will see you. Happy Valentine's Day.